episode 242 of the Late Night Vision Show. Y'all, welcome back. Glad to be here with you again, producing the best night vision hunting thermal show in the industry. Hopefully, I hope that's the case. I hope that's why you're with us. But I sound terrible. But our co-host Jason sounds beautiful today. You got a beautiful rodeo voice. The owner of Outdoor Legacy, and our co-host, Mr. Jason Robertson. What's going on, man?
Man, not much. Guys, let's jump into this show. This is the week of Christmas. If you are watching this on the week that we release it on the Thursday, it's just going to be a few days before Christmas. So if you're watching this before Christmas, Hans and I both want to say Merry Christmas. And we are glad you're with us. If you're watching this after Christmas Day of 2022, then we're just saying Merry Christmas a year early. So just know that we're on the ball this week. So
that's right.
All right, guys. We got a great show. We got a lot to get into, so we want to talk about this. The first thing I want to say is if you're looking for any kind of night vision or thermal optic and you're just not sure what to purchase, you're not sure where to start, or maybe you've got it numbered down, you think you know, but you need some help, Hans and I are glad to help. You can call us at Outdoor Legacy, 877-350-1818. Some people don't know this, but this is what we do for a living, selling night vision and thermal optics. That is our full-time job, and we would love to have your business. And if you're looking to do business with us and you say, guys, I want to give you the business, I want to buy from you, but I don't know what to buy, that is a service that we provide for our customers, is helping you narrow down exactly what you need. And again, I understand it's very confusing when you start down this path and you probably haven't had the opportunity to see many or maybe even any of these scopes. I know Hans and I talk to guys every day that say, I've never looked through a thermal scope, and hey, no problem. That's a scary place to start from. But the good thing is every single optic that Hans and I talk about today, every single optic that is on our website, outdoorlegacygear.com, we have used those optics in the field, every single one. That is what we do. That's what we pride ourselves in, is our knowledge and how, each one compares to the other and what have you. So 877-350-1818. Give us a call. We'd love to have your business. Now, with the commercial breakover, this week we are going to be talking about the best thermal handheld monoculars. And this is an exciting show because there is so much to discuss. So we're in our, actually almost wrapping up our Best of 2022 series. Hans, how many episodes has we been? I don't even remember. Do you know?
This is episode number 6, I think, of the
6,
series,
yeah.
The Best of. Yep. And next week, just a short little plug, next week we've got the best night vision scopes on the market, our favorite night vision scope. So tune in for that next week, episode 243.
Yeah, so what we've been doing from the beginning of these, and we've done these, this is, I don't know, third, fourth year doing these. We've started with, entry-level thermal rifle scopes, and we've worked all the way up to the top dogs into the, the $9,500 to, $18,000 price range. So something for everybody all the way through there. We broke them out by category. So if you're looking for any of that, go back and check those out, on our YouTube channel or any of the podcast apps. But this week, again, it is night vision. I'm sorry, not night vision, thermal monoculars. And here's the caveat.
I got you tied up there.
You got me. Yeah, you got me tied up. This is our caveat. We give this disclaimer on the beginning of every show. You're going to look at this list or hear this list, and you're going to say, well, wait a minute. Guys, my favorite monocular is not on this list. I don't understand that. Why is it not there? And we would say, these are our choices. These are the units that we choose to sell. These are the units that we feel have a good value for the dollar. They're our favorites. It's what we believe in. Doesn't mean yours is bad. I mean, everybody, can choose like what they like. This is our choices. And if they're on this list, we believe they deserve to be in the running for a top spot for 2022. And then again, you may disagree, and that's perfectly fine. Also, you may get down to this and you may hear our choices and you may go, wait a minute. When I called y'all told me to buy XYZ, and that's not the one you picked. We are picking what works best for us, what we feel is our personal favorite. You may call me and be doing something totally different than me, or may have a different budget, and we advise something different. So that's why that is. We try to pick the units that, again, are just our favorites that fit what we're going to do. Sometimes when a unit is so popular and the customers love it so much, even though it might not fit exactly what we're doing, we might have to go, all right, we got to give you a top spot because it's so good.
Right.
And these lists are very difficult to
Right.
actually, for us to choose these. So,
Yeah.
all right,
Yep.
Hans, I have rambled long enough. They're tired of hearing me. Now what they want to hear is they want to hear you list out all these scopes, and let's get to picking our favorites.
I think you're being very generous. I don't know if they want to listen to me do that, but I'm going to give it to you anyway. List of the contenders. We've got this broken down by two different divisions. We got the standard resolution, which is considered 384 resolution, and you got high resolution at 640 resolution. Two different classes of thermal monoculars, two different divisions, and we're going to have two sets of winners. So to list the contenders for the 384 resolution best thermal handheld monoculars on the market, I'm going to start off in order of lowest price all the way up to the most expensive in that division. But we're starting out with the AGM Taipan TM15-384. That's a 1.5 base magnification optic. The price on it's $1,295. Followed by the Pulsar Axion XM30F. That's a 3-power base magnification. Price on it's $1,499.97. The AGM Taipan TM19-384, the bigger brother of the TM15. That's a 2-power base magnification. The price on it's $1,595. The iRay, you got the first iRay shown up on the first of the list. Here we go. The first one, the iRay Cabin CBL19, 2-power base magnification. The price on it's $1,799. The bigger brother of the Taipan series, the AGM Taipan TM25-384. That's a 2.5-power base magnification. The price on it's $1,895. The Pulsar Axion 2 XQ35. It's a 2-power base magnification. The price on it $1,999. The iRay Cabin CBL25. That's a 2.5-power base magnification. Price on it's $2,099, so just under $2,100. Then you got the iRay Mini ML19. That's a 1-power base magnification. Price on it's $2,499. The Pulsar Axion 2 XQ35 LRF, and that does have a built-in laser rangefinder. 2-power base magnification, $2,499. And then you got the last one on our list, the iRay Micro RL25. That's a 2-power base magnification. Price $2,999. Jason, who are the winners?
Well, I'm going to say this.
I got to go gargle salt water for
Yeah,
about 30 seconds and then do
I
it.
fell asleep there somewhere in the middle of that long list. There's so many going on there. Now, listen, guys, there's 10 contenders on this list, and that's a ton. It was not long ago that there weren't 3 or 4
Right.
monoculars under $2,000. Now we've got 10, and the quality just continues to keep getting better. So this was a very hard list. I think that I already told you that Hans and I struggled with this show picking the winners. This is one of the categories we spent the longest on, and it was very tough. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to list them here. Our top 2, okay, is going to be the iRay Cabin CBL19 for $1,799, and it's going to be the Pulsar Axion 2 XQ35 for $19.99. Guys, those two optics are extremely similar, and we love both of them. We had to pick those as our top two, but we've also got a couple honorable mentions. We don't normally do two, but we felt like, again, with this category being so big, we wanted to. So I'm going to list these two, and then I'm going to talk about them just a little bit. We've got the AGM Taipan TM19 384 coming in at $15.95, and we've got the iRay Micro RL25 coming in at $29.99. I'm going to talk about the RL25 real quick. This is a little bit of the odd one out on this list for a couple reasons. One, it's the most expensive. Two, it is it's a little different that it does a whole lot of stuff. So it's very, very small. And that's one thing we really like about it. It takes an 18650 battery. Y'all know, if you listen to this show, we love that. And you can use it as a helmet mounted unit, a handheld, or you can mount it and use it as a rifle scope. And so with those three things, we think that it really deserves an honorable mention, staying, right at that $3,000 price range and offering all of those things. I want to say this, be clear here. For $3,000, I think you can get a better rifle scope. I think you can get something that has a little better image quality. So we wouldn't necessarily say, hey, this is the best rifle scope to go buy. But again, as a handheld, if you said, I'd like to be able to, mount it every once in a while, I'm going to do some, hog hunting or some stuff around the house with it. I might want to put it on a helmet or what have you. So I think, again, the all-around ability of this unit really, it deserves being mentioned here in this list. Now, moving on to our other honorable mention, that's the Taipan TM19 384. I'm going to tell you guys, this unit got just inched out of getting one of the big, crystal trophies, because this was a tough decision. And I'm going to tell you why we made this decision, because there's going to be some guys asking. Compared to the Cabin and the Axion, this unit is cheaper, a couple $100 cheaper, and it is very, very similar image quality, but it has an internal non-removable battery. And it's not that we think that's the end of the world, not at all. But when you put it up against two optics that have fully removable batteries, it's just like, gosh, if we've got to dock it for something, that's going to be it. Now, I'll tell you what we do like. The battery life is long. It is very small. It is very lightweight, and it is probably the best selling overall monocular in this entire category. And there's a lot of guys that, they're not concerned about that internal battery. They're not going to be out hunting for 12 hours at a time. And if they are, they'll carry a little USB charger, plug it in the truck when they're in there. Again, the battery life is all that most people are going to need in a night. And again, the price, the size, you can stick this thing in a pocket, your hoodie pocket, a coat pocket. It is so small. Guys wear them as lanyards around your neck. I'm not big on wearing a monocular as a lanyard, because they're just, I'm a small guy. They're normally heavy, hurting my neck. These things are small. They're lightweight. If there was ever one I was going to wear, this would be it. So the TM19, man, we love this unit. Really, really good. Again, $15.95. I think it's honestly probably the best value for the dollar. I mean, it hits right in the middle of this price range. And so, again, that's our honorable mention.
Yeah, and two great optics to go with it. So let's talk about the winners real quick, Jason, then we'll move on to the 640 division. We got the Pulsar Axion 2 XQ35 coming in at just under $2,000. These Axions, y'all, I mean, they're every year that they've come out with a reintroduced version of the Axion, it's been better. So the Axion 2 XQ35, I think, is an improvement from the XQ38. People love these for the small form factor. You can throw it in a bag. You can throw it in your side pocket. I mean, these monoculars on these lists, they're not just for hunting applications. They're for everyday life. And I don't say that as an exaggeration. Jason and I pretty much take a thermal monocular with us everywhere we go, for traveling, if we're going somewhere, going to the beach, if we're going wherever. I mean, it's nice to have a thermal monocular, whether you're for safety reasons, whatever have you, but they are nice to have. And these small, compact, Axions that are the size of a daytime laser rangefinder, you can put them anywhere, and they don't take up a lot of room. They're not very heavy. They have a nice hand strap, fully removable, rechargeable battery, so you can have extra batteries charged up, ready to go. Obviously, video and audio recording, all the color palettes that people like with the Pulsars, all the features. They didn't skimp on this one at all. It's just definitely an improvement amongst the other Axions that were produced. If you want that same thing, same optic with a laser rangefinder, it's a $500 upgrade, but you have that option too. But really, really good thermal monocular. And again, I just keep saying it, an improvement from the previous ones and a good choice under $2,000. The second, and I'll let you kind of give your thoughts on both of them, but the second winner we talked about and mentioned, the iRay Cabin CBL19. Again, similar form factor to the Pulsar Axion, very small and compact, the size of a daytime laser rangefinder, fully removable, rechargeable battery, video recording, Wi-Fi. Both of these optics are 2-power base magnification that go up to 8 power with 4 times digital zoom. The iRay, as you know, if you watch this show enough, comes with a 5-year warranty, which is a very big attraction to a lot of people. And the Cabin has a LED flashlight on the front. And I've said this before. When we first got them, I looked at it, said, "What is this?" It's kind of goofy looking. It is not an extra lens. It is an LED flashlight. But now it's kind of cool. You always need a flashlight when you're night hunting. Always need to be able to find a way. And you don't like having to carry an extra flashlight. So having that flashlight there, I don't know, Jason, maybe it's the new standard feature for all of these new optics that are coming out to have an LED flashlight. But kind of cool. I'm not hating on it anymore.
Yeah, I agree. I was a little bit embarrassed by it. I thought, what is this? This is goofy. And I didn't even mention it to people. And then people started buying the Cabins, and we started getting feedback like, "Oh my gosh, guys, you didn't tell me there was this awesome flashlight on the thing." And I was like, "Really?" And so I really had, I played with it like once. So I started going out and messing with it. And, I can't tell you how many times that you're in the field, whether you're, hog hunting or you're on a coyote stand, and you drop something. You drop your glove, you drop whatever, and you go, "Okay, where is it?" Then you got to get either dig in your bag for a flashlight, or you pull your cell phone out. This thing, you tap the button, boom, little flashlight comes on. Yeah. You're not going to this isn't like a Q-beam spotlight here, but it's definitely for looking around at your feet. Gosh, it really is kind of cool. I'm not going to lie.
It's handy.
It's grown on us. So
both of these options are great thermal monoculars under $2,000. Somewhat similar, but they do have some different features, that type of stuff. But really good winners, and you'd be probably happy with either one of these.
I think the big takeaway for these is the removable rechargeable batteries. I think that's what we like. We like the padded hand straps, easy to hold, easy to carry with you all night. Again, this is a big list. It's a tough list. There's a lot of good optics. I would tell you this: if you look at this, and you go, "Man, that's great," but man, I don't quite want to spend $2,000. The other optics on this list we can absolutely talk to you about, and they might suit you well. Now, I want to roll into the 640, the high resolution, the beautiful image quality, the big show here. There's an optic on this list that I'm going to go ahead and talk about. I'm going to get it out of the way, because it's not going to be in the running, but we could not do this show without talking about it. And that's going to be the Pulsar Merger XP50 LRF. And the reason it's not in the list is they are a pair of thermal binoculars. Right. And this is a handheld monocular show, single eyepiece. And this is really the only binoculars on the market like this. So we just, we just couldn't, put it in here. And if we did put it in here, we had to give it the award because
exactly.
We
it's not fair.
love it. Yeah, it's fantastic. Guys, it's $5,898. So it's not cheap, but it's fantastic. Again, 2 eyepieces. It has a laser rangefinder built in, all the normal Pulsar features. We've done a review of this on the Late Night Vision show. So if you want to know more about that, just search back in our past episodes and search for Pulsar Merger. But real quick, I want to say about this thing, I'm going to brag on it. when we reviewed this, and if you go back and watch that show, you will see this. I made the comment, and I still stand by this today, that the Merger is the best designed, the best fit and finish, and the best overall feeling thermal optic that I have ever touched, period. Of anything in any price, this thing there is more intentionality, design. They developed this to look and feel like a set of daytime binoculars, and they succeeded. If you set these on a table and you walk away and turn around and look back, somebody's going to say, oh, somebody's, left their binoculars there. And that's what they look like. When you grab them, there's, this soft rubber feel in all the right places. It's legit. This is the real deal. So if you're looking for a pair of binoculars, thermal, these are the ones. Give us a holler. We'll be glad to talk to you about them. But I wanted to go ahead and mention those because they're not going to be in the running. Right. Maybe one day, Hans, maybe there'll be enough binoculars that we'll have another category.
Yeah. You used the word intentionality. I'm going to have to look at a dictionary or thesaurus.
Gosh,
there's
a word, and there's intention. And there's intentional.
Your English is a lot better than mine, so I'm going to trust you and say that's a word.
Hey, let me tell you something. My English teachers in school in East Texas hated me, so I don't know about that. Exactly. You start talking about this list, and I'm going to Google intentionality. Yeah. I can even spell it.
Here we go. We got the list of contenders, 640 resolution division. Again, starting off at the lower price, working our way up. The first one on the list, the Pulsar Axion 2 XG35. That's a 2.5 power base magnification. Price on is $29.99. The Pulsar Axion 2 XG35 LRF, so the same optic with a laser rangefinder, 2.5 power base magnification. Price on is $34.99. You got the iRay Zoom ZH38, 1.6 power base magnification. The price $37.99. You got the iRay Mini MH25. That's a 1 power base magnification, $3,999. The Pulsar Helion 2 XP50 Pro, 2.5 power base magnification. Price is $39.99. The iRay Zoom ZH50. That is a 2 power base magnification, $44.99 is the price on that. Then you got the iRay Micro RH25. It's a 1 power base magnification. Price on it, $5,999. And rounding out our list is the Envision Knox 18, 1 power base magnification, $6,195.
All right, guys. So I just want to go for the record that I wasn't joking. I had to look this up. And intentionality, I can't even say the word now. How did I say it the first time?
I don't know.
It actually is a word, and it means the fact of or quality of being done on purpose with intent. Thank you. This old Southern boy used a big word. Can't use it again. I can't say it, but somehow in the heat of the moment, it was close.
Your mama would be proud.
My mama would be
former
proud.
Teacher. Yeah.
Don't ask me to spell it. All right, here we go, guys. So this is a tough category as well. Again, Hans and I spent a lot of time on this one. There were some last minute changes. We really scratched up our notepads on this list, but here's what we came up with. The first one is going to be the Pulsar Helion 2 XP50 Pro. If you know us, that is no surprise. I'm going to come back and talk about that here in just a minute. Next is going to be the iRay Micro RH25. Coming in here at $59.99, $6,000. That might be a surprise. We're going to talk about that as well. But our honorable mention, I'm going to go straight to that. That's the Pulsar Axion 2 XG35. So that's your 2.5 power, $29.99, $3,000. That's the least expensive 640 thermal optic on this list. It is the least expensive 640 thermal optic that Pulsar has ever made. And we believe that it is the best image quality for a, $3,000 or less 640, thermal binocular. So we think that optic deserves an honorable mention. I will tell you, we get this question a lot, and it's, well, it's $3,000, and its big brother, the Helion 2 XP50 Pro, is 4,000. How close are they? I mean, is it the same? No, it's not the same. Pulsar's not dumb. They're not gonna they're not gonna sell this unit for $1,000 less. So it's not. But here's what it is. For $29.99, it is a very good image quality 640 for the price. For 33% more, you can get the XP50, which is going to be a significantly better image quality. So, as we've always kind of said, when it comes to thermals, I mean, there's exceptions to these rules here, a little bit here and there, but generally you get what you pay for. And we think that it's very exciting to see Pulsar bringing in this kind of optic at this price, and I think that it holds its own well in this category. When we were kind of going through some of these and talking about some of the image qualities, we kept coming back and saying, the XG35 is really holding its own, and it deserves to be mentioned. Also, you can spend $500 more, $34.99, and you can get the same unit with a built-in laser rangefinder. So if that's something you need, it's exact same unit, $500, you get you a laser rangefinder. We really do like it. It's just like the other Axion here, the XQ35 Hans was talking about, all the same features, the removable battery, all that. So I'm not going to get into all of it, but I'm just going to say I think it's a very good optic. I think if you're down here in this 384 list and you're looking and going, man, I can spend I can spend 2,500. I don't mind squeezing out a little bit more to get 640. Then I think it's a good choice. I think if you've got the money for the XP50 and you're willing to spend that, then I think you need to stick with the XP50. That's again why we would give it that award that we did. Hans, let's talk about the XP50. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to speak a short piece, and I'm going to let you talk because I would just go on and on and on and gush about this Helion XP50. We have been using the Helions since they were first introduced in 2017, and there's been multiple generations. Helions 2, Helion 2 Pros. Now, so now we're all the way to here. I believe that the Helion, that whole design has been held the spot as the best thermal monocular, dedicated thermal monocular ever made. And I believe year after year it has had, I don't want to say no competition, but I don't think it's been challenged hard for what it provides. Again, with dedicated padded hand strap, removable battery, all these things. Hans and I love this unit. It is both, he and myself, our personal thermal monocular, and we think it's fantastic.
I think you summed it up. I mean, if they've taken the Helion XP50 and it's been out for several years, and they improve it every time it's re-released. And the Pro model, Helion 2 Pro model, is not any different. This is the one, Jason and I are lucky enough that we could use any thermal scanner, thermal monocular that we wanted, and this is the one that we've used and worked with for many years. And we really, you can't say enough good things about it. But it is, as far as picture image, we feel like it is still the best thermal monocular in the industry. $39.99, still a fair price for what you're getting. If you're getting a very high quality scope, whether you're getting a Pulsar product or an Envision or an iRay or AGN, whatever, if you're spending a lot of money on a high resolution scope and you want it paired up with something of equal or close to equal picture quality, the Helion is the choice, I will say. It's nice. And we talked about it before. You're behind your thermal handheld, your thermal scanner, 95% of the time. And your scope, you're only behind it 5% of the time. Really when you're taking a shot or doing some additional ID. But your scanner is more of a tool that you'll use more than anything else. It's important to have one that has a very good picture image because it gives you less eye strain. It's more comfortable on your eye when you're looking through the optic because you're not straining. You're not having to put a lot of effort into seeing exactly what it is you're looking at. So it's more comfortable to shoot with, not just because the other rubber eye cup, which the rubber eye cup is comfortable, but it's just a comfortable display, a comfortable viewing. The higher resolution is going to just less strain and stress on your eye. I'll sum it up that way. So that'll make you be able to stay out longer, not have headaches. Just a very smooth optic moving side to side. You'll love it. You'll get it. You'll love it, no matter what brand you're loyal to. Fantastic thermal monocular. Now, the second winner, the iRay Micro RH25. Jason, I'll let you talk about that one for a little bit.
Man, I tell you what, this was an interesting pick, and I think it is different because it's a 1 power, and it's hard for us to choose a 1 power as a winner in the handheld thermal class. But I think, like its little brother, the RL25 that we gave an honorable mention to, I think it does so much. It is so popular that we've got to bring it up. Image quality on this unit is insanely good. Even though it's a 1 power, I can stand there and I can ID hogs, coyotes, deer at 400 yards with no issue. I mean, it is unbelievably really nice image, again, as a 1 power. I think that most guys that are buying it are probably using it as a helmet-mounted optic because it is capable of doing that. It is also capable of being a handheld. It's capable of being, mounted as a rifle scope. You can turn on the reticle in there. Now, let's be clear, guys. It's a 1 power. So, this is going to be fine for shooting some coons off a feeder, an armadillo in the backyard, maybe security, home defense kind of thing. But it's not going to be something you're going to be going out and, hog and coyote hunting with all night, shooting 100, 200 yards. I'm not saying you couldn't in a bind, but that's not what it's really made for. But I think the thing that sets it apart, and honestly, it kind of sets it apart just a little bit here from the Envision Nox 18, which I'm going to talk about that briefly and just say it's a fantastic optic. We wanted to give it an honorable mention. We can't give everything an honorable mention, but these two units are very similar in price, in size, 18650 batteries, all the things we really like. But I think that just being a couple $100 cheaper and doing a little bit more and maybe a little thinner, sleeker design, I think that the RH25 has just really been more popular. And so it will also, and this is the one thing that sets it apart from everything else on this list, is you can also use it as a clip-on in front of a 1 power base magnification daytime scope. Now you can use it in front of a 1.5 power. iRay just generally says a 1 power. I tested it with a 1.5 power. It worked fine. But I want to be on the record about this. You cannot use this in front of a 2.5, 3 power optic. It is not that kind of clip-on. It does not work. How do I know? Because I slapped it in front of a couple of those scopes. Even though iRay said it wouldn't work, it would not work. I wanted to test it. So it needs to be your little, 1 to 5 or your 1.5 to 6. That's what it's made for. If you are looking only for a clip-on and you're like, hey guys, I just need a clip-on, I don't know that this is the exact unit for you. I mean, we could talk about it. Maybe it is if you're going to use some of these other features, but if all you want's a clip-on, there's probably some other options that might work better for you and give you a little more versatility. But I think the fact that, again, handheld, helmet-mounted, rifle-mounted, clip-on, it does it all. Great image quality. Really, like I said, kind of a sleek, slick design. I like the color of it. The tan color. It looks cool. So it's just a really good unit. Again, it's a little out of place on here as a 1 power, but I mentioned this when we started the show. Some things we really like, and we let the fans of the unit kind of push us over the edge. People love it, and they just, we can't keep these units in stock. Yeah. So iRay can't. We get them, and they're gone. They're like, hey, y'all want more? Like, yeah, we want more. Okay, well, we're getting a few. So it's a fan favorite. We kind of had to let that tip the scale on a little bit. But anyway, this is a very tough list of optics. And again, we want to say congratulations. I'll go over this real quick. In the 384 resolution category, to the iRay Cabin CBL19, the Pulsar Axion 2 XQ35. Honorable mentions were the AGM Taipan TM19 and the iRay Micro CBL 25. And then moving to our 640 resolution.
The micro RL25 honorable mention.
Did I say that? No,
It said Kevin. Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, sorry. And then in our 640 category, it's you know what? I wasn't looking at the list at all. I guess I should look down. So doing that by memory. The Pulsar Helion 2 XP50 Pro, the iRay Micro RH25, and our honorable mention, the Pulsar Axion 2 XG35. Guys, that is a wrap. That is a lot of optics to go over. And like I said from the beginning, if you're confused, you're more confused after listening to all this, give us a call, 877-350-1818. We'd love to help you. We'd love to have your business.
Yeah, and have you been researching forever trying to decide on one and we didn't pick the winner and the one that you've been looking at, call us and ask us why. If you're looking to buy it, give us a call. We'd love to help you. And we're not always right. Again, these are our favorites. And they're
Wait a minute. What do you mean we're not always right?
Yeah, that's what my wife tells me.
Yeah. Don't ask my wife.
She says I'm rarely right. So if you are wanting to check out more episodes of the Late Night Vision Show, go check out the latenightvision.show.com. All of our past episodes are up there. Next week, we're going to be doing episode 243, Best Night Vision Scopes. Tune in for that. A jam-packed show. We love doing the night vision stuff. It is definitely very, very popular, and not just because of price, but because of the applications. And we'll be able to talk about that a little bit more next week. Next Thursday at the same time, go check out Jason over on Facebook, Instagram, over on YouTube. Most of the hunting forums out there, Outdoor Legacy Gear. You can check me out on Instagram, Hans ETX, and also on YouTube, Hans ETX, doing more short form reviews and hunting clips. Go check it out over there. And don't forget to set your alarm, set a timer, a calendar reminder every Thursday. The show goes up at first thing in the morning. So check them out. Don't forget. And have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, too.
All right, guys. Exactly right. As Hans said, we appreciate y'all. We do wish you a Merry Christmas. We hope that you have a great Christmas and a New Year, spending time with your family, celebrating the birth of Christ. We know that we will be. Merry Christmas from both Hans and I, as well as Angela and Michaela here in our office. These ladies are amazing. They keep Hans and I straight. We could not do what we do without them. Right now, we're recording, and they're still working in the office. I mean, they hold the fort down, and if y'all have ever called us, then you've talked to one of them, because they answer all the calls, and they are fantastic, and they wanted to wish y'all a Merry Christmas as well. So thank you, guys. How about this? Between now and next week, y'all have a Merry Christmas, stay safe in the fields, and keep making those bacon pancakes.